Hey, so I had this idea to shoot this video during my run this morning, and so I wrote up a quick script, created a little calculator here, and I'm giving it pretty much off the cuff because I feel like it is super important to get this out of my head before I forget it and lose my passion about it. So the name of this webinar is I'm going to save you 40 grand in less than an hour. And so that's my big, bold promise, is that I'm going to save you 40 grand. Now, you'll see how I do that in just a minute here. All right, so I'm going to ask you for a show of hands, or you can put Y or yes in the chat box. Who here would give me $500 if I 4x'd their revenue within the next 90 days? And if I don't do a good job, I'll give you your money back. Would anybody give me $500 to 4x your business? So let's see. Peter, Paul, Chad, Lindsey, Sanjeet. So, okay, awesome. That's good to know. How about $1,000? Would anyone give me $1,000 if I could 4x your business? I mean, think about how much more money that is. 4 times what you're currently making. Is it worth spending $1,000 for me to go in there, do what I do, and do that for you? So I still got Peter here, Paul saying yes. We got the Bible going on here, Peter and Paul. Sanjeet again. Okay. How about $2 grand? Would anybody pay me $2 grand if I 4x your business? Peter again. Good to know. So anyone else want to give me some money? Jason, where did you come from? Okay. So we got Peter and Jason saying that they'll give me $2 grand to 4x their business. There's a button below to my PayPal account. Send me $2 grand. I'll wait. I got all day to wait for $4 grand to show up. The rest of you folks that aren't going to PayPal right now to send me money, I got another question for you. How many of you would willingly spend 40 grand for a piece of paper that says you know something about something and maybe you'll get a job someday? So you go 40 grand in debt sometimes or more for a piece of paper that may or may not give you a job someday. Anyone interested? All right, Lindsey, you're right. Yeah, I'm talking about a college degree, but no one else is raising their hand. Why? Why not? Millions of people are doing this, but the survey I just took here said no one would give me 40 grand for a piece of paper. So let me go check my PayPal account real quick to see if Peter and Paul or Peter and Jason, if you guys sent me my money. Let me refresh here. All right, so no one has sent me money yet. No hard feelings, and no one sent me money that said they'd pay $500 or $1,000 either. So none of you guys sent me money when I asked for it. Yet when I asked if you would, maybe, if I 4x your business, if you would possibly want to give me $500, $1,000, $2,000 to do that. So I did a survey just then, and you see the real world application. The survey said I would make money. When I asked for that money, no one sent me money. As you can see, there's a difference between asking somebody how much they would spend and asking somebody for money right now. Colleges teach you how to survey people, how to figure out what people might spend or would spend technically if given the product they supposedly want. Colleges teach you how to survey people and ask questions like that. And just to prove that I went to college and studied marketing, here's my transcript. I couldn't actually find the actual diploma. It shows you what that means to me, I guess. You see here, I went to Virginia Tech. Here's my name. Sorry for the low quality. It's the best thing I could find. Over here you can see conferred the Bachelor of Science in Business, major marketing management on May 10th, 2008. So I did spend the 40 grand or more on college. I went to a good school. Virginia Tech is ranked very well for business. Let's see. Here's some stats here. So the undergraduate program ranks number 39 overall and number 23 among the public institutions, according to U.S. News and World Reports. Undergraduate program ranked number 52 overall, number 24 by employers. Bloomberg Business 2013. So it's a good school, reasonably good school. It's not Harvard or anything, but I mean, it's up there. So I should know something about marketing beyond surveys, which do not work because, let me refresh PayPal real quick. Because as you saw right then, people said they would send me money and still no one has. Now maybe you're paying attention to what I am talking about here as opposed to running to grab your credit card. But right now I have no dollars, even though the survey said I should have dollars. And the college taught me surveys. That's not helpful. So I'm going to teach you within the next hour, probably a lot less, how or what colleges should teach you about marketing and what actually matters. So I will save you, well, I basically just saved you 40 grand right now because I learned how to do surveys and they don't work in the real world. So you're welcome. You can send me, I'll take 10% of that. My contact info is nathan@crazymarketing.com. You can send it right over. I'll take credit card, checks, money order, whatever. Okay, so this little calculator I created is what colleges should teach you about marketing and what you need to know about marketing as a business owner or entrepreneur. This is what actually matters. And when you look at these variables here and you understand them, you can do whatever you want with marketing. Let me drink some water real quick. Sorry. Losing my train of thought. I should have rehearsed this skit a little better. If you don't like math, you might want to leave now. It is simple math, but marketing is math. It's a numbers game. You have to make the numbers match up or you're not going to be viable at all in business. So it's simple math. I'll give you this calculator if you need it. I'll put a link below or something like that. So here we go. I'll start from the top here. So this is like the 100 person test. So for every 100 people that basically enter your store, whether that's an online store or physical location or whatever you consider your business, for every 100 people that enter your business, that's the numbers we're going to run. Excuse me. Okay. So 100 people, cost to get them in your store, we got it listed right here as $3. So whether that's $3 per click on a Facebook ad or an AdWord ad, or maybe you're running ads in a newspaper or radio or whatever. It's a little harder to measure those stats, but roughly $3 to get them in your store. So the total to get 100 people in your store would be $300. So then the percent of people that enter your store and buy your product or service, whatever you're offering, we'll go with a 5% conversion rate, which would equal to 5 total customers. Pretty easy numbers since we're dealing with the 100 people. So that's why we start with 100 people, because the numbers are easy. So 5 customers. And then we have the average order size net. So that's profit minus cost of goods sold if you're selling something that costs money. And then another number or value to take into account here is CLV, or customer lifetime value. So what that one customer is worth for the lifetime value of that customer. And then average order, that's what we just talked about. And then order dollars, it's the best I could come up with for this row right here, is basically total number of customers by the average order size or lifetime value. And we come up with 150 right now. And so the value of 100 people entering our store is the order number, so this $150 minus advertising, so $300. So for every 100 people, we lose $150. Another way to look at it is what you get back for every $1 in. We get 50 cents back for every $1 in, so obviously this is a negative 50% return. That is not good. That is bad marketing. That's not viable. You will go out of business marketing like that. So the three areas that you need to focus on in order to be successful with marketing are the cost to get people in your store, the percent of people that enter your store and buy, so your conversion rate, and then the average order size or customer lifetime value. These three things are all you need to focus on. You need to improve these values here, and that's why I put these columns right here. So let's do some collaborative effort here. All right, so how could we get more people, or how could we decrease the cost to get people into our store? How can we get individuals into our store for less money? Yep, we could do some better advertising. Don't know what I did right there. So we got better advertising. Different targeting or better targeting. We could more precisely target our ideal customers. Make sure we're getting people that have money and that we want in our store. Because, we could advertise, or let's say we're a small business located in Chester, Virginia, where I'm located, and we're targeting people in Ethiopia. It might get people into our. We might be able to get people into our store or whatever for cheaper. Sorry, that was a bad example. But better targeting. There we go. If I'm a small store located in Chester, Virginia, and I'm advertising to people located in Chester, United Kingdom, that is probably bad targeting because people aren't going to come from the United Kingdom over to my store in Chester, Virginia. So we can use better targeting options. The creatives. So better ads, whether that's pictures, wording, etc. We can drive people into our store for less money that way. And sources. So the source of traffic. Maybe Facebook has cheaper people than newspaper or radio or passing out flyers. So the different sources also makes a difference on how much it costs to get people into our store. Now, there's a minor caveat here. Yes, you could get, let's say you run an e-commerce store, so your business is all online. You could get like 1 cent or half penny clicks over to your store. So cost to get them into your store would be half a penny or 1 penny or whatever. However, Excel here did their thing. So yes, 1 penny, but if it's crappy traffic that doesn't buy your products, it doesn't matter how cheap they are. So that is one thing to be cautious about with this cost to get people in your store and just going for the lowest priced person. Low cost is good. Don't get me wrong about that. But you need people that are going to buy. So if you have to spend the $2 to get a highly qualified candidate into your store, then spend the $2 and you can make up for the cost to get them into your store by either increasing the conversion rate or increasing the customer lifetime value. So there are ways to back that up. how you get people in your store is probably one of the most important variables, because again, you need to have the right person in your store or they're not going to buy no matter how good everything else is. So I just want to stress the importance of this block here. You need the right people in your store, even if it's not the quote unquote cheapest person ever. So is that making sense? Sorry, I'm talking to myself the whole time here. Yes, yeah, why? Okay, good. All right, so we talked about this here. What was this at? $2. Good to go. So percent of people that enter your store and buy. So how can we increase our conversion rate? The number of people who enter, we want to up this to, let's say, 10%. So how do we get twice as many people to buy than were buying originally? Let's just shout out ideas or type out ideas. Yep. So better copy. So yes, you could do a better job on your sales pages or your pamphlets or whatever else. Better describing your product, better explaining the benefits, the results that people will achieve by using your products, etc. So better copy can increase the percent of people that enter your store and buy. Relationship. So if you have a relationship before somebody enters into your store or your business and they already know, like, and trust you, it can be a lot easier to convert them into customers. How could you do that? You could have their contact information, like their email address, and you could have been sending them emails with helpful information for days, weeks, months, years, and finally they're like, you know what? I like you. I trust you. I want to buy from you. I know you. So that's another way. Better offers. So yeah, the products and services that you have, I mean, you can't make a turd not a turd. A turd is a turd no matter how much you shine it. It'll become mushy, I guess, if you shine it a lot. That's kind of gross. So yeah, you need to have good products and services, or you need to frame them in a way that people understand and can connect with and relate to. So you need to sell good stuff. That's another way to increase the percent of people that enter your store and buy. Placement. So this kind of goes with what I just said about better offers. How you place or promote your product. Like, is this something that rich people buy? Then that might have more allure than something that just, like, you know, in the back corner of your store collecting dust. But if it's like front and center, like everyone buys this item's hot, that could increase the number of people that are buying it. So how your products and services look in your business can increase this number here. Better support. So if you got like salespeople wandering around, or if you're on the internet and you see little chat boxes in the bottom right-hand corner of certain websites, the support team is there ready to answer questions that people can have, or the sales team. Like, if you have that there, you can increase the number of people that are buying. Whereas if you're just like, yep, this is my store, good luck. I mean, you've walked into stores before, you see the cashier, they don't even give you eye contact, and you're like, you know I'm in here to spend money, right? And they could care less. You're like an annoyance to them. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you leave that store like, well, screw you then. So that's what I'm talking about here with this topic. If you have somebody that's like, oh, hey, welcome to our store. What are you looking for? How can I help you? That's going to increase conversions. So that's what you want to provide. Easier to check out. All right. If your checkout process is a pain in the butt, like, you know, when you buy a car or something like that, I mean, it takes half an hour, 45 minutes, even longer, or if you're buying a house. And there's reasons behind that because they have to run all sorts of reports and everything. But if somebody's buying something simple like an ice cream cone, it should not be as complicated as when you're buying a car or a house. So you need to streamline the checkout process, whether that's removing extra fields from your order forms or accepting different payment methods. Like if you want to pay me $2,000, I think I'm still waiting on money from Peter and Jason over here, and I'll accept anything. So you need to give people the opportunity to give you money and make it easy as possible. So that's another way to increase conversions. If it's complicated or hard, I mean, people aren't as apt to give you money. And better customer service. I think I kind of covered that under support. So those are some ways that we can increase conversion. So the next thing we have to worry about here is the customer lifetime value or average order size. So how do we increase the customer lifetime value for our people, our customers? Yeah, we sell more. No kidding. You got to sell more. That's how you increase customer lifetime value. Excuse me. I should not have recorded this right after eating. So yes, you got to sell more, whether that's selling upsells like bigger, more expensive products or versions than what they currently have, or cross sells. So like complementary products to what they just purchased or already have in their house. Or maybe you need to downsell people to other models or versions, or there's recurring payments. There's lots of ways to sell more. You have more products, bigger product line, etc. That's business 101. Increase customer lifetime value by selling more stuff. In order to sell more stuff, you got to have more stuff. You could also sell more stuff as an affiliate, so by referring people to other businesses, and you earn a commission as your reward for bringing that other business more customers. So that's another way to sell more stuff, even if you don't have more stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. You can also, maintain the relationship. So in maintaining the relationship and keeping in touch with people when they have more problems or new issues or need help with something else, you're their guy or gal or business or whatever. You're the one they go to for help. And that help usually results in more money, which increases the customer lifetime value. So we need to focus on maintaining the relationship. And again, that can be accomplished using automation, like email automation, or picking up the phone, calling people. There's all sorts of ways to maintain a relationship with individuals. We've all done it before. Customer service. So basically same thing as maintain the relationship. Customer service. Provide great support. Be there for people. Don't sell people a product or give them a service and then vanish off the face of the planet. That is poor customer service, and that irritates people, and they tend to leave or go elsewhere next time they have a product or a problem or an issue with something. So those are the three things you need to focus on. Cost to get people in your store, percent of people that enter your store and buy, and then the customer lifetime value. That's marketing. Surveys, marketing plans, all that crap that they teach you in college that you spend $40,000+ on doesn't matter. Like this stuff here, I have learned on my own, and mainly through trial and error, lots and lots of error. And this is what marketing is. So we can play with some of these numbers here just so you kind of get an idea of the effects and impacts these areas have on increasing revenue and your marketing. So let's say it costs $5 to get somebody into our store. $5 is kind of expensive, depending obviously on what you sell. We'll go through the example here. So let's say it costs $5 to get a person present in your store. If you get 100 people in, that's $500. Only 5% of people wind up buying because what we sell is high priced. What we sell costs $100. Okay, so we are essentially breaking even right now. Because it costs us $500 to get somebody in our, or $500 to get 100 people in our store. We get a 5% conversion rate, results in 5 customers. 5 times 100 is 500, and then 500 minus 500 is 0, so we have $0. So let's say that we get the price of our advertising down to $4. So we figure out a way that we can reach our ideal customers through another route. Maybe we were running Facebook ads and they did okay. That was the $5 visitors, but we switched it over to Google or maybe Bing even. And now we can get people into our store for $4. So now our percent of people that enter our store and buy, so our conversion rate, still 5%. Average order size or customer lifetime value still $100, but we're profitable. We have a 25% return on our money. So for every dollar in, we get $1.25 back out. So just by focusing on this one little block here, the cost to get them into our store, and we had some better advertising, we were able to become profitable. Let's do some other numbers. And again, I'll put a link down below this video so you can go ahead and test this out. And I don't know, it's just kind of something to mess with, but I mean, it gives realistic results. So it costs $10 to get somebody in our store. 1% of people buy. So how much money do we need people to be worth for our business to be viable? I see $1,000. Oh, we're breaking even. We keep breaking even. Let's say, look, 800. It's pretty. Messing up all sorts of stuff. All right, so let's say that our customer lifetime value is only $800. We're negative. So we could either increase the number of people that buy when they enter our store, we get positive, increase our lifetime value to, 1,100, and we're viable, or decrease advertising, and we're viable. So that's how this calculator works. Hopefully it makes some sense, but that's what you need to focus on. Are there any questions out there? I'm sorry, I've been talking to myself and the calculator for a while here. So the point is, there's a lot to focus on with regards to better advertising. There's 1,000,001 ways to advertise. There's 1,000,001 ways to do conversion stuff. There's 1,000,001 ways to do customer lifetime value stuff. So there's a lot of different stuff in here, but this is what moves the needle and makes the impact. You don't need to focus on stuff that doesn't do these 3 things, which is all the stuff I learned in college after spending 40 grand. So again, I saved you 40 grand, and this is probably like a master's or a PhD. This is a good deal. I'm showing you exactly what to look for to improve your business and your marketing. That's got to be worth something, right? I mean, since I saved you this 40 grand, when I'm about to show you my course here, that's much less than 40 grand, that tells you how to do all this stuff. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? So this is basically $40,000 in value that I am giving you. All right, so if there are ever any questions, reach out to me. It's nathan@crazyoutmarketing.com. I'm recording this, obviously, and it'll be online. So that's one thing to note. For you guys here right now, any questions, by all means, send them over. But nathan@crazyoutmarketing.com, or you can schedule a call with me. It's crazyoutmarketing.youcanbook.me. We can chat about things. I'm available, is my point. Now, since I'm doing this presentation essentially off the cuff, hopefully it's made sense and has been beneficial, and I don't really have a streamlined offer for you other than the fact that what I just showed you here on decreasing the cost of getting people to your store, increasing conversion rates, and increasing the average order size or customer lifetime value, that's what I teach, is the how to do this, the technical aspects. We talk about strategy, we talk about all that stuff that makes it possible, and it's a concept called sales funnels. Basically sits on top of your business currently. So you don't need to develop new products or services or anything like that. I mean, sometimes you need a few extra ones to fill the gaps, but that's beyond the point right now. So this takes your business and multiplies it. So it takes your current business and brings it to 4x or more your current state. That's the plan, and this is the system that I teach to do that. It teaches you everything that I've learned outside of college, so where it actually matters, where it comes from, the school of hard knocks. So from trial and error, lots and lots of trial and error, and it's taken over 2 years to kind of map this idea out, this concept out. And I teach you step-by-step everything. It's video courses normally, but there are some resources like Word documents and PDFs that will help you along the way. I teach you how to multiply your business. And the goal is to 4x plus it in 90 days or less without increasing overhead. And what I mean by overhead is that you don't need to bring on anyone special. You don't need to bring on like a web designer or a copywriter. All stuff that you could do with an extra hour or two in the evening as you work on your business. So this is stuff that the average Joe can do. And since you now have a PhD in marketing, you understand the concepts. This is how to do it and make it happen. I'll run through it, I guess, real quick. We got our customers, so we're going to define the people we serve. This helps us write better content and copy and figure out where they're hanging out so we can connect with them better. Then we talk about business, and these are mainly the products and services you offer, but we also discuss the value ladder, and this is how you deliver value to your customers, and you want to ascend people up the ladder. Oh, did I get that? Yeah. Ascend people up the ladder so you provide them more value in exchange for more money. So we want to make sure that that is situated and planned out before you take a lot of time and you build a lot of automation systems and all that other stuff. You want to have how you provide value situated. So we talk quite a bit about that. Deliveries, how you deliver your products and services or your value to people. And this is websites or membership sites. I'll show you how to build those if you need help with that. Or if you have a brick and mortar business, that works too. The meat is all the stuff that makes this system possible. This is your sales pages, your opt-in forms, your website itself, the copy, the ad copy, and copywriting right here, and the email. So if you're sending email automation or even like direct response mail, it all comes together. This is what pushes people through. This is what fills the gaps. Then we do the simple sales funnel, which is a straight line sales funnel. So it basically just maintains a relationship, but it's email automation that keeps people in touch with you so that relationship can be formed. And again, this kind of comes back to percent of people that enter your store and buy. Relationship increases conversion, so that fits in here. Lead magnets, we have two different types. General, which are kind of attractive to everyone. A lead magnet is like a freebie, like an ebook or a coupon or a video or a webinar that people opt in for. And so they give you their email address in order to gain access for that lead magnet. And then you can start sending them emails through the simple sales funnel. But the lead magnet, this also builds a relationship. It sets up the sale. It does a lot of different stuff. So we talk about that in the course. Advanced sales funnels, these maintain relationship. They do selling. They do it all. Basically, you bring people in by any means possible, and the advanced sales funnel or interest-driven sales funnel will segment people based off of their interests. So if somebody keeps looking at a certain page on your website or a certain product on your website, we know that they're interested in that product, and we can send them emails about that product in order to convert them into paying customers. We talk about traffic here, so paid traffic or free traffic or whatever type of traffic you want to achieve. And we talk about targeting and retargeting. And then optimizing, so how to optimize your entire system to make it function better, which is basically like how can, like if we're sitting here at $9 to get somebody in our store, how can we optimize it, whether that's through better advertising, targeting, creative sources, to get it down to $8. So if we can get it down to $8, which is about 12% difference, so that's reasonable. And if we increase conversion rate to 2%, like that's what that's all about. How to optimize our system for maximum efficiency and effectiveness, both of those. So yeah, that's what I offer here. Teach you everything I know, literally everything I know, about marketing. I know it's other stuff in different places, but everything about marketing's here in what I call the vault. It's at crazymarketing.com/join. And here's a recap of everything in it currently. It's always growing, always expanding. There are new courses. Stuff changes. It's technology, so stuff changes. And I keep it up to date. This is my pride and joy. This is where I spend my time, is in here. So we have a course on how to build a website, how to build a membership site, straight line sales funnel, lead magnets, interest-driven sales funnels, Facebook ads, email series templates, so pre-written email, so you can pretty much copy and paste. The sales funnel book, which is, again, pretty much everything I know. 30-minute coaching calls included here, so we'll get on a phone call together, talk about things. We have support forums, so you have any questions, weekly live Q&A, generally email support, lifetime updates. Total value is currently $876 to priceless. And again, I'm always adding stuff to the vault, so the price will go up as I add more stuff. We got the guarantees here. 60-day, no questions asked guarantee. So if for any reason whatsoever, if you try the vault, you don't like it, let me know, and I'll send your money back. And then we also have the I tried, it didn't work, double your money back guarantee. So if you go into the vault, you implement what I teach in the vault, and it does not work, I will 2x your money. I will give you twice what you paid back. And I'm not worried about this because I know it will work. So literally you cannot lose. There's no time like the present to get started. Look at that, perfect timing. All right, so we have one-time payment of $247, and you'll save 12% off of the 3 monthly payments of $93.67. Both will give you lifetime instant access to the vault. So yeah, any questions? I have to run to the bathroom. Go ahead, write your questions if you have them, and I'll answer them when I get back. If you're watching a recording of this, I'll probably cut this little part out. All right, so I'm back in action, and I see Sanjeet has left a question about getting more coaching. And yes, there's opportunity for more coaching. As a member of the Vault, you get coaching for, I think, 40% off the regular prices. So, there'll be one-on-one coaching included, 30 minutes of one-on-one coaching included within the Vault, and then if you want extra, it's going to cost you some money. That's how life is. It's time for dollars or dollars for time. Sorry, getting a little loopy. So yeah, here's the coaching. So 4 weeks coaching, $497, or you can get 4 weeks and the Vault for $597 and basically save 28% overall. But it's 240 talk time minutes, unlimited emailing, and talk time minutes means like Skype or Google Hangouts or on the phone, however you want to talk to each other, and then unlimited emailing. Email me your questions unless they're ridiculous. No, I'll if you pay me this much money, I will respond to your emails. So yeah, you can get the Vault this way as well, which is actually a little bit better deal if you do want the coaching. And this was under services, coaching, and consulting if you're interested in that. Any other? Yeah. All right. So we got a question about needing anything special, and I actually write about that some here. Do I need any specific tools? I don't believe in being dependent upon a specific tool, because I was at one time. I was dependent upon Google acting a certain way, and then when it stopped acting that way, I lost my business. So I don't depend on any tool ever to act a certain way. So the concepts and everything are not dependent on a tool, but there are how-to tutorials that walk you through how to use specific tools. One of them is ActiveCampaign, which is a super awesome autoresponder tool. It's the best one I've ever used or come across. Highly recommend it. You would likely want to use ActiveCampaign if you're going to join the Vault, because that's what I use in there, and it does everything you need it to. If you have any questions on whether you should switch over to ActiveCampaign or anything, or you're kind of hesitant, feel free to reach out to me. You see this, send me an email or schedule a quick 15-minute call. It's all the way at the bottom of this page, I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I do talk about S2 Member and the membership site course. We do use WordPress. We use the Avada theme that's in the small business website course. Talk about Opt-in Monster a little bit, lead pages a little bit, and there'll likely be a few other tools by the time you're ready to sign up, I guess, because I'm about to launch something right now that uses ClickFunnels. So yeah, tools are just things to make life easier. Your business should not be built or limited by a specific tool. So I would never pigeonhole anything into a tool working a certain way, because like I said, done that before and it did not work out. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Any other questions? Remember, I just saved you $40,000, and now I'm only asking for $247. Like, what's that saving? 247 divided by 4. That's less than 1%. Less than 1%. That's all I'm asking for. Anyone else have anything before I head out? Got to head out here in a couple minutes anyway. And look, well under an hour. Like, I probably did all the teaching stuff within half an hour and then blabbed on about joining my stuff for 15 minutes. Anything? Yeah, you're welcome. Nope. No problem. Hopefully I did not bore you too much. And sorry this was not as well rehearsed as it probably should have been. but hopefully you learned something. Yes, I will include the spreadsheet below the video, or I'll email you about it afterwards. All right, if anyone has any questions after I close this out, it's nathan@crazyeyemarketing.com. Hit me up. All right, thanks for giving me the time.